After the event caused by the Lutheran, the Midgar Academy was closed until the building was completely renovated. Many students return home to meet their families, but Sid still lives in his apartment. Even when Claire was looking for the whereabouts of her beloved little brother, Sid deliberately hid from her. If you read the Eminence in Shadow manga, you will know how much Claire loves Sid. Claire falls into the broken category. Shortly after, Sid receives a letter from Alpha containing a sacred site in the city of Lineburn. Alpha told Sid to go there because Shadow Garden found something behind the city of Lineburn. Before I continue the story, episode 10 only contains fan service and much information. The exciting battle will be in the middle of episode 11, then full episodes 12 and 13. I suggest you skip this episode if you feel bored. Sid is heading to the city of Lindurum by train with Rose. Sid didn't expect this to happen because he coincidentally met Rose on the way. Sid could have run at top speed to the city of Lindurum, but sadly, he still had to pretend to hide his powers from everyone like a fictional hero. Flashback story when the incident after Sid killed Lutheran and Midgar Academy burned down. Sid pretends to be injured and heavily bandaged so that no one else will suspect him. Then Rose finds the place where Sid is being treated. Rose swears to love Sid because he has sacrificed a lot for Rose. Since then, Rose always sticks to Sid whenever they see each other. Rose is also willing to become Sid's wife in the future because Rose loves him so much. But Sid doesn't care about Rose's feelings, and he has to keep trying anyway to get away from her. Lindurum is a city that is very famous for its religious. The people there always worship the goddess Beatrix. Rumor has it that Beatrix grants powers to legendary heroes. There is being held a routine event every year called Goddess Trail, but there is something odd going on at this event. By the way, Rose was also invited to the event, so her destination was the same as Sid's.
朝に夕にと2日にわたる宗教勧誘を何とかかわし続け
Finally, Sid and Rose arrived in the city of Lindurum. They visited an accessories shop. Sid was confused because he saw all the keychains with only the shape of the left arm. Then Rose replied that a hero named Olivier had previously killed the demon lord Diabolos and cut off Diabolos' left arm. The left arm was sealed in a sacred ground or holy region in a mountainous area. But that's a fairy tale in the past. No one knows what happened. Shortly after, Rose saw a famous novelist holding a meet and greet. She was Natsume, and Rose had been a huge fan for a long time. Natsume's works are extraordinary and can create stories from various genres. There is even a genre that has been very popular among teenagers recently. It is the reincarnation genre. Then Rose started lining up to get autograph, and Sid saw a lot of best stories written by Natsume.
The Eminence says 読めないな我が名はシャドウ読めないなワンパースドラゴンビール紅頭巾スタートラップ我が輩はドラゴンであるロミオとジュリエットシンデレラ
Sid is suspicious of many of these stories and suspects that a reincarnation system may be deliberately occurring in this world. But when Sid checks Natsume's figure directly, it turns out she is Beta, who has arrived in this city. Sid doesn't know about any business run by Shadow Garden members, so he is surprised that Beta makes money from the stories Sid tells her. Sid is very upset because Gamma and Beta have profited from his knowledge without Sid knowing it. Then Beta secretly writes the plans for Shadow Garden, which will run soon in the book that Sid has bought. At night, before tomorrow's Goddess Trial event, Alpha is investigating an odd case at the church where the Sacred Land door is located. Shadow Garden wants to know what events really happened in the past about the hero Olivier. Much information was gleaned from the rumors of the residents, but the truth still needed to be clarified. Even the Archbishop had been killed while Shadow Garden was investigating this case. This Archbishop should have presided over the Goddess Trial the next day, but unfortunately, he had been killed by a mysterious person. The true stories about the hero Olivier can be found after the Goddess Trial event has succeeded in opening one of the 3 gates of the Sacred Land tomorrow. Before long, several other church officials came there, and they were surprised to see the Archbishop who had died horribly on a statue there. On the other hand, Sid is enjoying ice cream while imagining his Chunibyo on top of a building to watch over the city area. Then he saw that someone suspicious was running somewhere. It turned out that he had killed the Archbishop. Seeing this, Sid immediately chased and fought him using only an ice cream spoon. It turns out that Epsilon is also there and is chasing the person. Then Sid asked about the preparation of the plans that the Shadow Garden members had prepared. Epsilon answered by shaking her boobs. This man had already killed the Archbishop, so Shadow Garden would use another plan written in Beta's book. All members are ready and just waiting for orders from Shadow tomorrow. After hearing that, Sid immediately went to the inn that Rose had prepared. Sid knows Epsilon's biggest secret. Epsilon is a girl who has magic and a high level of pride. So she risked all her magical abilities to beautify her body and boobs. But still, those were just piles of slime, which would never change the fact that Epsilon had the size of a loli.
プライドの高さは彼女の持ったスライムの量を見ればわかる。